Hi everyone, welcome to the class of Chinese ceramics. Today we are going to talk about primitive colored pottery. Colored pottery has rich decorative images and patterns. Most commonly seen are the motifs of fish, birds, frogs, deer, and so on, as well as some images of flora and human and deity figures. Some scholars believe that these decorative patterns were related to totem worship. In the myths and legends of ancient China, we find evidence of fish and birds building clan totems in parts of China. Among the colored potteries uncovered from the area of Banpo, a kind of large-mouthed, flare-lipped, shallow-beaded, and circular-disc earthen pot was found. These earthen pots usually sport black drawings with red clay coating all over the body. The interior walls of these vessels show two motifs, one with a human face and a fish, the other being just a fish, all painted in black and in alternating arrangement. The human face was round. Above its eyes was a black or negative triangular area. The ears either bent upwards in a symmetrical fashion or were in the shape of fishes. The fish motif was in the shape of a tall triangle, and the head of the fish was in a triangular shape as well. A round spot marked the eye of the fish, and the rows of diamond shapes denoted the scales. The human face and the fish images alternated and interacted as two intersecting lines formed the corners of the human mouth, where a fish was shown on either side. Short lines and dots decorated the body of the fish. Birds was the subject matter of pottery found in areas along the lower reaches of the Yellow River. From literary records found in this region, the totemic symbolism that birds carried in clan legends and records can be confirmed. Colored potteries of the later periods of the Yangshao culture show a dual-headed bird with multiple feet. Its body was elongated and usually appearing alongside motifs of the sun. This indicates that the clan with such a bird as its totem might have also worshipped the sun. Even though we may never know the true purpose of putting totem design and decorative patterns on pottery, we can still postulate the cause. As society progressed forward, more frequent communication occurred between all clans and tribes. The members of groups mingled with one another, and thus it was difficult to differentiate their identities. Totem themes and names therefore exist to precisely distinguish groups from one another and show the different characteristics of each group. This can prevent members of one group floating to another, thus weaken the collective strength of the former. As all groups wished to become stronger, pottery as a daily necessity of the people at the time needed to be marked with the symbol of its people, so that potteries of each group was clearly kept apart from those of other groups, and that was perhaps the true meaning of the totem sign. In early pottery arts, we see two most common pattern types, realistic and geometric from abstraction. Most often, the earliest patterns were realistic, while geometric patterns were developed later. Take the image of the fish from potteries as an example. Its earlier appearance came in form of individual images. It was illustrated with specific traits and thus rather realistic with lesser exaggerations. These images appeared on the top section of portraits mostly. At the middle stage of colored pottery with fish patterns, the motif became more impressionistic as the head of the fish changed from natural organic forms to geometric shapes. This also increased its decorativeness. By later stages, the fish motif was abstracted even further, eventually resulting in positive and negative geometric shapes which were highly decorative. The image of birds on pottery pieces also experienced gradual abstraction. In the decorations found on colored pottery of the Miaodigou area, they are individual images of frontal or profile images of birds. The frontal view consists of a round shape signifying the head. A single triangle represents the body of the bird with wings spread. 3 vertical lines denote that this is a bird with 3 feet. In later works, the 3 feet had also been omitted. Thus the bird became a logo with only 2 geometric shapes. The bird from a profile view began as a rather realistic image, much like a silhouette of a bird standing. As with the frontal view, the image changed from shapes to lines, then from line to simplified lines that no longer resembled a bird, but only the motion of flying remained. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. See you next time.